And that's why I'm here today. When they told me Mr. Dershowitz is here, it's like, I have to be here just for the gaslighting, because the level of gaslighting isn't new.
You say Hamas are not terrorists?
You have a history
you say Hamas are not terrorists?
You got Epstein 13 months in county jail with work release for abusing 34 victims, where he should have got life in prison. And got him the deal of the century.
Your defense is the same. Challenge you to defend. I challenge you to defend your statement that he got 18 months.
Stop interrupting me, Mr. Dershowitz.
You're just lying.
A Syrian child predator. 2 women accused you under oath. You settled for nearly $1 million. Innocent men don't pay. They go to trial.
That's another lie. Not a penny. You're lying. You're defaming me. You are now going to be sued. I would, Pierce, I would recommend you cutting him off.
Here's what I'm actually seeing. The old guard is terrified because the digital age has finally stripped them of their favorite weapon, the monopoly on the truth. We just watched Alan Dershowitz essentially glitch on live television because Bassem Youssef refused to follow the standard script of polite deference. This isn't just a spat between a lawyer and a comedian. It is a structural collapse of the gatekeeping class. Dershowitz resorts to his ultimate survival reflex, threatening a lawsuit, the second he loses control of the narrative. It's a classic power move designed to chill speech, but in the era of instant fact-checking, it just looks desperate. While you're watching this, would you mind hitting that follow button to help us keep breaking down these power dynamics? The reality is that the Epstein Files Transparency Act is dumping millions of pages into the public record right now. And the legal threats are just a frantic attempt to plug a bursting dam.
So basically, Mr. Dershowitz is telling us, if you're Mossad, you have like an out-of-jail card. And you know what? Maybe he's right.
Or a CIA. Or a CIA agent. That's true.
Mr. Dershowitz, I did not interrupt you a single second when you talked. So
I just wanted to
after you're done with the gaslighting, please let me finish. First of all, I think I'm now kind of leaning towards believing mainstream media, especially CBS and CNN under Barry Weiss and Larry Ellison. I mean, the evidence is there that he is actually a Russian asset. His girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, was the daughter of a Mossad super spy. He was represented by you, Mr. Dershowitz, Israel's favorite lawyer, who you're also a lawyer to the Mossad, which, of course, everything you tell us will be true. Ehud Barak was his place the whole time. He fled to Israel when he was charged with sex crimes. And he was pictured wearing an IDF shirt. He was funded by pro-Israel fanatics. He worked for the Rothschild. He donated to pro-Israel student groups. He was responsible for the Wagner's group's pro-Israel philanthropy. He supported Israel settlement projects. His friends were all Zionists. He referred to us as Goyim. He was involved in Israel diplomacy effort. He brokered security deals with Israel. And even a former Israeli intelligence officer, Ari Ben Menashe, like Mr. Ryan Grimm said, he said he ran a honeypot for Israel. So yes, of course, he was definitely a Russian spy.
What we're seeing here is a masterclass in using reductio ad absurdum to expose how political myths are manufactured. Bassem Youssef isn't actually making an argument about foreign intelligence. He is deconstructing the very architecture of a smear. By stacking up every loose association, from the Maxwell family's history to high-level political donations, and the specific legal advocacy of Alan Dershowitz, he builds a mirror image of the mainstream Russian asset narrative. The logic is simple. If these thin threads of guilt by proximity are enough to convict one person in the court of public opinion, then why do they suddenly vanish when the entities involved shift toward Western interests? It exposes a massive double standard in our media landscape where conspiracy theory is a label only applied to things that challenge the establishment. This isn't just about Jeffrey Epstein, it's about the tools used to gaslight the public into ignoring material connections while chasing ghosts.
Makes sense. You know what? I'm by the way, Mr. Allen,
you're a good comedian. You're a good comedian. This is very funny.
But I'm actually a huge fan of yours because I have known you since the 2000s. I mean, actually, you're one of the very few lawyers who are actually known in the Middle East. It's like watching a real-life courtroom drama lawyer. There's even T-shirts with your face in it in Egypt. And I've followed you for a while. And that's why I'm here today. When they told me Mr. Dershowitz is here, it's like, I have to be here just for the gaslighting, because the level of gaslighting isn't new. For more than 2.5 years, Mr. Dershowitz and his client, Israel, have gaslighted us in front of our eyes for 2.5 years with all of the destructions and the killing that we've seen in Gaza, but according to them, it's not a genocide, it's self-defense. He told us that every dead child is
It's not a genocide.
That the
it's a blood libel to call it a
interrupt
genocide.
you, sir. That the International Court of Justice is a fake court, and Israel critics and anti-Semitic.
Now,
Mr. Dershowitz, please, I did not interrupt you. Don't interrupt me. I know that you're a lawyer and you do that. Objection, Your Honor. Don't interrupt me.
This is where the mask really slips for the establishment. Bassem Youssef uses a classic satirical trap, starting with high praise that feels more like a funeral oration than a compliment. By joking that Alan Dershowitz is a celebrity icon in Egypt with his face on t-shirts, he's highlighting the absurdity of the heroic lawyer persona that has been cultivated in corporate media for decades. But then comes the pivot to the material reality of Gaza. Youssef explicitly calls out the gaslighting, the psychological tactic of telling people that what they see with their own eyes isn't actually happening. He's attacking the linguistic gymnastics used to sanitize violence, where the deaths of children are rebranded as collateral damage to avoid legal or moral accountability. It's a brutal reminder that while legal scholars like Alan Dershowitz argue over definitions and blood libels, the human cost remains an undeniable fact that no amount of rhetorical framing can erase.
And yet, here you are again, gaslighting us. This is your playbook, attacking the victims.
It's called
the Palestinians, Hamas,
it's
terrorists,
called truth.
Epstein victims, liars, prostitutes, drama students, and of course,
you say Hamas are not terrorists?
You have a history
you say Hamas
of hiring
are not
investigators
terrorists?
To dig through teenage girls at MySpace pages looking for marijuana photos.
What lawyers do.
You called a 16-year-old girl a thief in the Daily Mail. You got Epstein 13 months in county jail with work release for abusing 34 victims where he should have got life in prison. That's not a plea bargain. That's a spa package. And every single time, your defense is the
I
same.
challenge you to defend. I challenge you to defend your statement that he got 18 months.
Stop interrupting me, Mr. Dershowitz.
You're just lying.
A Syrian child predator and got him the deal of the century. 2 women accused you under oath. You settled for nearly $1 million. Innocent men don't pay. They go to trial.
That's another lie. Not a penny.
Guilty men
you're
with
lying.
good lawyers.
You're defaming me. You are now going. You are now going to be sued. You are now going to be sued for saying I paid $1 million. You're going to be sued. And I would. Pierce, I would recommend you cutting him off when he says that I paid $1 million. I didn't pay one penny. Will you justify that I paid $1 million? Where did you get that piece of nonsense? Where did you make
the New
that
Yorker,
up?
Sir.
You said Hamas is not a terrorist organization?
If you want to sue someone,
you show me the New Yorker and I'll pay you $1 million. You're a liar. The New Yorker didn't print that. You're lying.
Okay,
why don't we take a time out now, go online, get the New Yorker, and show the people that are listening, the good people, the New Yorker. You're lying through your teeth. You're a despicable liar, and if you said it under oath, you'd be a perjurer. There is no truth to what you've said, period, and I'm going to sue you.
Oh, come on. You do. Is that what you do?
Finally, I shut him up.
No, you didn't shut up. You're just like cutting me. Mr. Allen, you went from I never got a massage on Epstein to I got a massage from a 50-year-old Russian woman named Olga. But I kept my underwear on.
My wife and I both received therapeutic. I received a neck massage back in the 1990s. I have never received an erotic massage in my life. I have never told a misstatement about this. And I want you to show everybody the New Yorker the claim that the New Yorker said I paid $1 million. It's an outright lie.
The press reported that the agreement...
What case?
Wait. The press reported that the agreement included a financial arrangement implying that Jeffrey's team had paid it. In fact, Dershowitz's insurance company had paid Jeffrey's lawyers in negotiations. The parties has discussed a figure of nearly $1 million, with $50,000 going to Dershowitz, which would allow him to claim a payment. The final amount has not been disclosed.
But you know it. A, you know it. Number B,
dude,
this had nothing to do with Virginia.
You want to go and
this had nothing to do with the woman who accused me. This was a lawsuit between lawyers. and it had nothing to do with this accusation. Zero. You made up the whole story. The New Yorker never reported
company
it.
Pay the lawyers?
They also paid me.
The climax of this exchange is a perfect case study in how the elite use the legal system as a shield against accountability. The moment Bassem Youssef mentions the nearly $1 million figure discussed in reporting, the composure vanishes. We see an immediate pivot to outrage and the threat of litigation. This isn't a new tactic for Alan Dershowitz. It's a repeatable pattern of behavior used to silence critics like Mehdi Hasan and others. By reading directly from The New Yorker, Youssef forces the conversation back to documented claims, bypassing the defensive shouting and threats. It highlights a fundamental power imbalance. When the establishment is confronted with uncomfortable facts, they don't engage with the substance. They try to bankrupt the messenger. But when you use humor to pierce that veil, the threats of being sued start to look less like strength and more like a frantic attempt to maintain a crumbling reputation. If you think it's time we stop letting legal threats dictate what we can and can't discuss, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next deep dive into how these power structures really operate.